All right, we are live. Let's do this thing. Okay, so welcome everybody to this week's Friday live stream. Happy to be here. Hope you are as well. Today we are venturing into uncharted territory. Okay, I do a lot of talking about streaming services, streaming devices, and I could do that until the end of time, but I thought it might be fun today during a live stream where we can all kind of chat about it together. I thought it might be fun to delve into the actual content. This is something I generally stay away from, but I thought, as long as it's a conversation, it could be fun. Because frankly, there's just endless content out there, and so I'm afraid that it might suck me down into that rabbit hole of content. But yeah, we'll see. Dustin coming in strong on Facebook with Squid Games already. All right, Squid Games. Which one is that? Is that Squid Games? Is that a Netflix one? I can't remember off the top of my head. You'll have to remind me. Hello, Sylvia, and everybody else who is in today. So today I am going to announce the winners from the previous giveaways. If you remember, we extended the giveaway from a couple of weeks ago and had it go 2 weeks instead of just one. So I have 2 winners to announce, and I will be doing that in, 25 or 30 minutes. Once we've been going for a little while, I will make that announcement. So that'll be our task today. Netflix from Korea, says Joe. Hi, Craig, says William Mack. William, were you the one? I think I saw you comment on my other channel. It was nice to see you there, but then it disappeared, so I thought maybe you deleted it. But somebody did that. I think it might have been you. All right, so let's see what we've got. Sorry, just getting rid of some of these. Okay, we've got Squid Games. Squid Games. Everybody's saying Squid Games. I remember seeing this, but Squid Game singular drama series on. Oh, is it a Korean? Yeah, it looks like it's a Korean show on Netflix. Okay, all right. Well, we'll make sure we add that. This is perfect. Because what we're gonna do is we're going to create a straw poll. You guys, what we'll do is in the first half of this live stream, so the first half hour or so, I want to hear all the suggestions, all of your favorites, even if it's not one of your favorites, maybe titles that I don't have that other people really enjoy. I want to hear those as well. So yeah, we will go through several of these streaming services. If I forgot any, we can add them. But let's go ahead and add this screen here. We're going to start with Netflix. Okay, so here we go. You know what? Let's get rid of that thing because I still haven't got rid of that overlay. And yeah, there should be a new, by the way, a new Reviews.org/giveaways page up. Let me see if it's live yet. Reviews.org/giveaways. Oh yes, the Casa smart light bulbs. Okay. Ooh, actually, smart light bulbs. I'm sorry, but they're awesome. So please let me put it up one more time. So go up here to reviews.org/giveaways, where you can enter to win Casa smart light bulbs. This whole studio, I'm sitting in a studio that is entirely smart lit. I bought, kind of Casa is similar to the ones I bought in that it's not Philips Hue, so it's not $50 or $80 a bulb, whatever it is. They are cheaper and they're not quite as good, but they're still pretty good. And I'll tell you what, once you get a room like this all smart bulbed out, like there's no going back. It's really great. So go to reviews.org/giveaways. There it is. And enter to win that one. All right. So I do need to, okay. You know what I'm going to do right now, you guys, while we are, let's get rid of that. Anybody paying attention might have seen the winners already. But I'm going to tell our people there are 2 email entry on the form. So I've been meaning to tell them that for a while and I keep forgetting. So now here on the live stream, we're doing it. We'll do it live, right? Okay. So best original shows of 2021 on Netflix. Let's blow this page up a little bit so we can actually see it a little bit better. And you guys have been saying Squid Game. Okay. All right. So hang on. Yeah, I'm seeing some morning show and Goliath. I think Goliath is on a different one, but let's stick with Netflix for now. Okay. Hide this. All right. So you guys said Squid Game. There were a bunch of votes for that one. Are the bulbs Air Force proof? They are not. They are not. I promise an F-16 could shatter my smart bulbs. Yes. So good question, but yeah. Okay. So this is interesting. What I want to do is stick with I want to stick with originals. Okay, so if it's a network TV show that's being ported over to streaming, I don't want to count that. I want to talk about originals to these streaming networks. So, and in fact, if I have any of these wrong, you guys let me know. But anyway, so I was going to say what Mike said. I'm going to go with Mike on this one. Mr. Stoklasa says Law and Order SVU and organized crime. I've heard interesting things about organized crime. They got Stabler back for that, and guest slots for some old favorites. Anyway, it's interesting because it's a spinoff of a spinoff, right? First we had Law and Order, then it was SVU, then it was a couple others, and now it's SVU has a spinoff, organized crime. Okay. Let's see. You is another good Netflix series. All right. By the way, I need any of these that you guys put down, I need them to be seconded. Okay. So if one person says one show, that's not enough for me to put it on the list. I need other people to second the motion. So, the Queen, is it the Queen or the Crown? The Queen Crown. That's how I'm reading that. Okay. Jaguar, an import from Spain. So far, so good. Excellent. So what does this mean, Aaron? I rarely watch original programming, but I always want to. So what does that mean? You usually watch the other network shows that are licensed instead of the originals? It'd be interesting to hear more about that. So yeah, I am not familiar with you. The Crown. Okay, good. So yeah, you know what? I think I will put the Crown on here because as far as I know, they're not done with it yet. I didn't put it on here because the last season was released in 2020 instead of 2021. But that one is so huge. I think it should probably go on there as well. Of course, if I go down that road, then I'm opening up a whole floodgate because I should probably put Bridgerton on here as well, which I haven't watched, but I know was massive, was absolutely huge. So, all right. Any other nominations for our best original shows on Netflix? Oh, you know what? I did put 2021 in the title, so we might have to take The Crown off. I did get a couple of you. Let's see. The Crown, are they going to release something in season 2? Or in 2021? We're in season 2, apparently. Let's see. When are they going to release? Yeah, it looks like they will release something this year. Okay. So we'll leave it. Ooh, Queen's Gambit was 2020, but that was a huge one. Mare of Easttown, that one's on HBO. Yeah, that one's on HBO. So we'll get there in just a moment. Right now it's just Netflix ones, but keep that one in mind. Peaky Blinders, I think, isn't Peaky Blinders over? And that one's I guess maybe not. Peaky Blinders, is it still going? I think it might be done. Oh, I'm trying to figure it out. Did they have anything released this year? Peaky Blinders. Okay, 6th season may release in late 2021. Put it down. Yeah, it's a very popular one. Although I haven't seen it seconded yet, but that is one that I see enough chatter about that I might put it down for Mike anyway. Let's see. Filming one more season of Peaky Blinders. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We'll put it there. Gotta actually do this. Okay. Good. So, all right. That's our Netflix one. Let's move on and do. There have been already a few HBO Maxes and Apple TV Pluses. So let's do HBO Max next. What do you say? Okay. So, what are the best originals of 2021 on HBO Max? So, this could be something that came out this year. It could be a movie or a show. But if it's a show, as long as it's still running, it doesn't have to have premiered season 1 this year, right? So, we've got a few movies on here. We've got a few later shows. Okay. So, what did you guys say? Mayor of Easttown. Yeah, I do. I really enjoyed that one. That one was fun. How did you not put Ozark? That's a fail. Well, yeah, that's okay. Hang on. The only reason I didn't put Ozark was because I wasn't sure if it's still going, and it's one of those weird like quasi ports where they bought the series. Didn't they? Didn't they buy the series from someone and then kept it going? Maybe I'm completely wrong on that one. But you know what? Okay, we'll do Ozark, okay? Okay. Just everybody calm down. The Flight Attendant was 2020, although I did really like that one. Oh wow. Okay, a lot of you are putting Flight Attendant. Oh geez. Okay, so all right, hang on. All right, we're adding the Flight Attendant. My apologies, everybody. Oh wait, no, not the Flight Attendant. What'd you say? Ozark. Sorry, Ozark. All right. We've added Ozark. Let's go to HBO Max. All right, HBO Max. We'll add. What'd you guys say? You kept saying the Flight Attendant. All right, so it's a little older, but yeah, we'll let it count just because you guys are so insistent on that one. Succession. Aaron tried to watch Ozark after watching Breaking Bad, and it didn't hold up. Not much is going to hold up after Breaking Bad. My word, that's a good show. All right, Succession. A lot of you saying Succession. Great. Is that an HBO Max original? I mean, yeah, it's an HBO original. So, okay. Succession. Excellent. And, okay, White Lotus. I think I think I originally had that on there. White Lotus is that's a good one. All right, that one's been getting some buzz. What else we got? Okay, did I miss anything HBO Max wise? Okay, so we've got. By the way, did anybody else see Made for Love? I really liked that one. That was a fun one. Kristen Milioti, I think is her name. She is a revelation from the last couple of years. Fantastic. So, all right, I think that's a pretty good list for HBO Max. So let's call it there for HBO Max. Let's move on to our next one. Which is going to be Hulu. All right, Hulu shows. So this one is shockingly sparse. I don't think it would have been this way a couple of years ago, but nowadays, what are the best original shows of 2021 on Hulu? And there's not a ton. Like they have a lot of titles, but not a ton that are generating the kind of buzz that they got for like Handmaid's Tale. Which I never actually watched, but as I understand it, really dropped off by the end of its run. Okay, so Raised by Wolves was 2020, so it's good call, but yeah, it was 2020, so I'm gonna leave that one off. I know I'm kind of I'm getting wishy-washy with that one, but that one was, yeah, that one was a while ago. Friends. Yeah. I mean, it is the most bingeable show it's not bingeable so much as it is just backgroundable. It's the most backgroundable show on HBO right now for sure. Handmaid's Tale is still on. Are they releasing another one this year? I wasn't sure, but if they are, yeah, we better add that one. Future Man. I did watch. Did it? I thought they canceled that. Future Man. Let's see. Future Man they did have a season 3, but okay, so season 3 was the last, and that was in 2020. So we're gonna hold off on that one. Okay, so for Hulu, we do have Only Murders in the Building. So Joe suggested that one. Shrill was Shrill on Hulu? Is that sounds right? Just need to double check. Yeah, Shrill. which I have heard good things about, but I have not myself watched. Okay. Anything else? Trill's Hulu. Yep. Okay. Looks like we're the Great. I don't know what that is. The Great on November. Oh, the something coming in November. Um, okay. Yeah, if we start, I don't think I've really gotten into Prime Video yet, but if we start getting into things to be excited about, then Prime Video's got some good ones coming up. All right, Screen Queens. Is that new enough? American comedy series. Scream Queens. I think you mean Scream Queens. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so Scream Queens. No, that one's a little older. That stopped airing in 2016. Okay, so let's call it there for Hulu. All right, a couple other good answers coming in. HBO Max, Apple TV Plus. We did HBO Max. Let's do Disney Plus. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more of these, and then we can get to voting. All right, so you're all giving me some awesome answers. I want you to keep going because in a few minutes we're going to be voting on all these. And the fun thing is, you don't have to choose one. Okay, I am on this particular poll. I'm going to give everybody a chance to vote more than once in each poll. So, don't abuse that. Don't just vote for everything we put on here. But still, it'll be good. So this one is Disney Plus. What are the best shows and movies of 2021 on Disney Plus? I am putting ones that we're anticipating, like The Mandalorian. I think should be coming out later this year. But yeah, Loki, Falcon, WandaVision. Was WandaVision late 2020? No, that was this year. Yeah, those were all this year. Yeah, that was January. My gosh. For such a long and agonizing couple of years, they have been very, very fast, haven't they? Okay, so you guys want me to add Hawkeye. Is Hawkeye on yet? Or is that an anticipatory you're excited for it? Yeah, that one's coming up. November, but it is coming out in 2020. Okay, so let's see. So we can't necessarily say they're the best, but they're the most anticipated, right? So Hawkeye, what did you say? What If? Oh, let's get this right. Okay, I think that's how it goes. Something like that. Okay. Oh, the Doogie Show. Somebody mentioned. Yeah. Okay. So, Disney Plus, Doogie Kame Aloha. Doogie Kame Aloha, comedy drama. I haven't seen it, but if someone will second that, we'll put that on the list. Oh boy. There we go. So this is like a modern retelling of Doogie Howser for those who aren't familiar. Yeah, and if somebody will second that motion, we'll add that to the list from Aaron. Falcon's already on there. So let's see, Old Turtle, Big Shot. I don't know that one. Let's see. Okay, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Anybody else for Doogie? Well, if not, we'll leave it off for now. But everybody loves the original Doogie Howser, right? That's a whole thing. All right, so I think this is pretty good. Disney Plus, they don't have a ton of super high quality originals like the way Netflix might, where they put one out every freaking week. But they do have some good ones on their list. So I really enjoyed Loki by itself. I did not enjoy it as a Marvel show, but I really enjoyed it by itself, if that counts. Okay. So next up, we're doing Apple TV Plus. Okay, we're coming to the end here, you guys. We'll do this one. Maybe we'll do Prime Video as well, and then we'll start voting. So just a couple more. You disagree? Disagree what, Sylvia? Disagree with what? What did I say? I don't even remember anymore. Who am I? What is truth? Where am I? Disagree with Loki. Oh, okay. Okay, so best originals on Apple TV Plus. We've got, and that's the thing about Apple TV Plus is they're all originals, right? They don't license any other content, at least not yet. You guys, you've heard, I assume you've heard, we might have even talked about it here. Have you heard that Apple TV Plus may buy out the contract after 2023 for NFL Sunday Ticket? So right now, AT&T holds that contract with DirecTV, airing NFL Sunday Ticket, and the two front runners right now to replace them are Apple and Amazon. So that could be interesting. If Apple picks up NFL Sunday Ticket, that would really completely revamp Apple TV. So Defending Jacob, yeah, you know what? That's one I meant to put on there. I think I just forgot about it, but and that's one of the few on this list that I haven't seen. But I have heard a lot of great things about it. Season 2 is horrible. Oh, okay, nothing like the first season. We'll see. I'm waiting to withhold judgment. I will say it's not as awesome as the first season so far. But I've been enjoying it. I like Dave Bautista. You know, when he's cast well, he can be miscast, obviously, but when he's cast well, he's really great. And I like him in this one a lot. So have to include Ted Lasso on the floor. I don't know what on the floor means, but yeah, Ted Lasso is on there for sure. Defending Jacob, morning show. Yeah, morning show. It's a mess, but fun, says David. Yeah, you know, I really, really enjoyed season 1 of the morning show. It was, I thought that where a lot of movies and TV shows pretend to be courageous and interesting, the morning show actually was with its subject matter. So we'll see how season 2 goes and if it continues following suit. For All Mankind is good. I kind of feel this about this way that somebody, what somebody said about, Mike says season 2 of C is horrible. When I saw For All Mankind, I loved season 1, and then it took me 2 tries to get through season 2, just because it just didn't grab my attention in season 2 of that one. But all right, I think we're good on this one. Oh nope, we're not. Sorry, Joe brought this one up. Mythic Quest is one of the best comedies I've seen in a decade. And one of, not the best, but one of the best. It's that's a top 10 comedy from the last 10 years for sure. So all right. So okay, let's go ahead and call it there. I apologize if I missed anybody, but we've got one more we need to get through before we can start voting, and then it's going to get real fun. Okay. And we're going to do Prime Video. All right. So Prime Video. Let's see. Prime Video. And we're starting from scratch on this one. Prime Video 2021 originals. What do you guys got? All right. So I need to watch Silicon Valley. You know, people have said that. People have said that Silicon Valley is even better. I never got into that one. Mythic Quest is great for me because while I'm not a tech guy, I do dip a toe into gaming culture, and so it made more sense to me. I got more of the jokes basically. Okay, so oh boy, all right, we're getting some good ones. All right, we've got Jack Ryan. Do they have a new one coming out of Jack Ryan? Invincible. A lot of people are saying Bosch. Oh, not Bash. Bosch. Okay. How has no one already said The Boys, which I think is season 3 coming out this year, or was season 2 this year? Season 2 already? Yeah, season 3 I think is coming up this year, later this year, if I remember correctly. Season 3. Release. Come on. I think it's supposed to be coming up. All right. Well, you guys can. Ooh, The Expanse would be a good one. Is Bosch? When did Bosch end? If it ended this year, then we can still count it. Trauma. Yeah, it ended this year, so we can still count Bosch. Yeah, a lot of people loved that one. The Expanse. I think we should put the Expanse. That's another. It's another iffy one because it was originally on the Sci-Fi Network, and then when they dropped it, Amazon picked it up. So it's like, is it an Amazon original? It is now, but yeah, it's. I have not kept up with that, so no spoilers on any of these, by the way. Not from me, not from anybody else. Right. Um, but so I haven't kept up, but I am slowly kind of catching up on the Expanse. Um, so yeah, it's exactly Amazon saved it. Yeah, that's why we're putting it on here. Matt says it's obviously the best. Okay, interesting. So it's something that may be over as long as it was over recently, right? So even over on HBO Max, we counted things that were movies, right? So Mortal Kombat or Godzilla versus Kong, Justice League, whatever. Like, so shows that are already ended, I kind of think of them like movies. They came out, are they still worth watching? So okay. Oh boy, you guys getting a lot of spam calls these days? I know this is off topic, but I'm sorry, I just get spam calls all day. I probably get 4 or 5 a day these days, man. Okay, rant over. It's awful. Okay. The Americans on FX. So The Americans is a great show. Let's see. The Wilds. So sorry, what was I going to say? The Americans, great show. That was an FX show. So did they finish it on Hulu or something? Because I know FX on Hulu is now a thing. But I'm just not sure. The Wilds. The Wilds 2020. That's one season. Are they doing a season 2 this year? Oh boy, that sounds intense. I haven't even heard of this. Oh, that's fantastic. What? Okay. I want to know about season 2. Oh, there we go. Season 2. Still waiting on season 2. Looks like it hasn't even been a release date hasn't even been announced. Okay, but that is one to keep. Oh, wait. Something was Yellowstone on Paramount. Yeah, we could do every streaming service. Oops, that one. What about Yellowstone on Paramount? We could do every streaming service, but it's we'd be here all day, so I have to cut it off at some point. So we'll just do these kind of big major ones. Okay. It is an Amazon original now, The Americans. Okay. All right. You know what? If it's on Prime Video now and it's an Amazon original, we'll put The Americans. What do you guys think? Are we ready to vote now? Should we do this thing? Before we do that, let's go ahead and announce our winners. Oh gosh, Better Call Saul. Okay. Better Call Saul. Is it still going? Or is it done? First episode day. Is it? Yeah, it's still going. Okay, sorry. Somebody Netflix is going to have a long list. Better Call Saul. All right. Before we get into voting, let's go ahead and announce our winners. So, for those of you who have just joined us recently, all right. So here's what we're doing. The weekly giveaways page. 2 weeks ago, we announced a giveaway for a 1-year subscription to a streaming service of your choice between, I think is it Netflix, Hulu, and Apple TV Plus. I think it was. You guys will remember the terms and conditions better if you entered, because I'm not allowed to. So I try to block them out of my mind because I'm so jealous. But anyway, we picked 2 winners because we let this one go for 2 weeks. And the winner on this one is, let me pull up the names here. All right. Esther Hughes and Russell Dye. Esther Hughes and Russell Dye. So hopefully the 2 of you are with us right now. If you're not, that's okay. We'll be emailing you and asking you for your details and asking which service you want a year subscription to. So congratulations to the two of you. Yeah, everybody else go here to the weekly giveaways page, reviews.org/giveaways. In fact, I will link to that right now. So it's easy. Right now we are doing a giveaway for the Casa Smart light bulbs. Okay, so it's not bad. It's a 4-pack multicolor. That's pretty darn good. Compatible with Google and Alexa Home. Crap, now she's listening to me. I said it. I said the wrong name. Okay. All right, so yeah, let's see. Somebody's asking, do I like Apple TV Plus? Oh boy. Ask any of our regulars here if I like Apple TV Plus. And I will answer that question myself in just a bit. So congratulations to the two winners, and make sure all the rest of you go click on that link and get entered for next week's giveaway. It's always a pleasure of mine when a regular viewer of the live streams wins the giveaway, and it's happened a couple times. And so yeah, I just love that stuff. Okay, let's do some voting. Here we go. Okay, we've got our Netflix poll. Let's do our Netflix poll. Share. Copy link. All right. Here we go, everybody. How quickly can you eat a large can of baked beans? Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. All right. All right. So everybody go click on this straw poll, and I'm going to be showing the results here as they come in. Let's see what you've all got. All right, the best original shows and movies on Netflix. Remember, you can vote for more than one. Okay, so let's turn auto refresh on. Yes, you can vote for more than one. So what are your choices? All right, so we got The Crown coming in strong. I'm going to let this go for a few minutes while we talk about it. Oh yeah, Better Call Saul. It's a good thing I added that one. So we've got a few votes coming in. Again, remember, you can vote for more than one, so don't hit that submit button until you've checked all of the shows that you want to check. Now, basically what we're doing here is you guys are giving me an idea of what you enjoy watching on these services, so that when I go and do my videos on the subject, because I may do some full videos on streaming service content, then I'll have an idea of what our regular viewers actually enjoy. So, all right. It's Better Call Saul. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Lupin and Who Killed Sarah are not getting any votes. And Squid Game. Nobody has voted for Squid Game. And like 8 people told me I had to put it on. You've got to put it on. Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game. And nobody votes for it. Come on, people. Remember, you can vote for more than one title. You can click as many as you'd like. So let's see. In fact, let's zoom in one more. There we go. That's pretty good. Let's see. 17 of you have voted. Let's see. For those of you who have just joined, maybe you're just tuning in, go ahead and click on the link in the chat. I shared a link to this straw poll. I'll share it. Oh, did it only let you vote for one? Oh, do we need to redo this one? Oh boy. All right. So, okay. Wait, hang on. Oh boy, this could get messy, you guys. There we go. Did it only do one? My apologies. The poll only lets you click one. Okay, all right, hang on. We're redoing it. Everybody stop. Yeah, everybody stop. I mean, you can keep voting. I'm just going to make a new one anyway, though. So, where's my... There we go. All right. So we're going to create a new poll, and I am basically just going to copy and paste this one. But I'm going to do it right this time. Okay. Let's make sure I don't miss any. We've got Lupin. My apologies. There's a little box that I'm supposed to check, and I thought I had checked it. It's possible. I did not, though. So, Behind Your Eyes, Squid Game. All right. So allow multiple choices. Okay. this time we're looking good. Okay. So let's do this one more time. All right. Is everybody ready? Am I ready? Who am I? What is truth? I don't understand. Okay. Share this, copy the link, come over here, and here we go. All right. So now we're ready. Oh, should I vote? You know what? I'll put my vote in as well. So yeah, go ahead and jump in there and vote. I'm gonna go with. Oh goodness, I see. I've never seen Squid Game, but so many people are talking about it. Um, let's see. Yeah, okay, we'll vote like that. Oh, I want to show results. All right, now we're talking. Now we've got more of you coming in. Let's auto refresh. Okay, now things are looking interesting. Oh, it's got my little check marks next to it. Oh, interesting. I don't actually usually vote in these, but for this one, okay. Squid Game still is getting no votes. It still has no votes. You crack me up. Oh, you're cracking me up. This is good. Okay. What else do we have here? Best on Netflix. Okay, so let's make sure we can see this. Did get one. Okay, so most recommendable, most bingeable, most lovable. What do you got? All right. Sweet Tooth is not in the running because nobody nominated it while we were filling in this list. So, but yeah, I've heard a couple of people talk about it. It doesn't seem to have been huge so far, but it does seem to have been well received by a certain crowd. So, let's see. Never even heard of Squid Game. I'd heard of it, but yeah, haven't watched it. Okay, well, I want one more person to get their vote in before we call it for Netflix. There we go. 20 people have voted, and it looks like there's a lot of it's traffic jam up top. Better Call Saul, The Crown, Ozark. None of these, by the way, are things that like they may have had seasons or will have seasons in 2021, but none of them are like brand new. And so that is actually interesting where Netflix they need I don't know what do I know about what they need, but more hits today, right? Um, okay, all right, we'll call it good there. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's move on. All right, let's move on to Hulu. This one, I'm definitely going to check allow multiple choices. All right. Breaking Bad was superior to Better Call Saul, says Matt. I'm with you on that. Breaking Bad is very nearly perfect storytelling. I have moral qualms with the fact that story even gets was told, but because it's so messed up, and I think it really does a number on the viewer, myself included. So it's there are moral considerations there, but as far as just genius storytelling and well executed storytelling, Breaking Bad will be hard to ever beat. Um, okay, so here comes the next one. This is Hulu. All right, so we're going to check out the results for Hulu. All right. So, what are the best? I mean, best is a subjective thing, right? But go ahead, be subjective. What are the best original shows and movies of 2021 on Hulu? Go ahead and cast your votes. All right. Justified is okay. Justified. Hey, I don't know how Justified ended because I didn't keep up with it, but I loved the first season of Justified. Handmaid's Tale is out to a rip-roaring start. I'm actually a couple episodes into 9 Perfect Strangers. I think I finished the 3rd episode last night. And it's interesting so far. I don't know enough about what's going on yet to say like this is excellent, but aesthetically, I like kind of what they're doing with it. And I've heard amazing things about Reservation Dogs. As I was saying earlier, I've heard that Handmaid's Tale kind of dropped off in quality and like at the end of the 2nd season and never quite recovered. But that's just what I heard from my wife and friends. So that one I never bothered to watch. Let's see. Just finished 9 Perfect Strangers and it's good, says Nicole. Okay, well, there you go. Looks like it's my turn to finish it next. All right. Best on Hulu is one we haven't put on here, Motherland, Fort Salem. I'm getting the impression that you watch a lot of TV that we don't watch. So it's good. You know shows that we don't. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, enjoyed season 1 of Handmaid's Tale, but I read the book. Yeah, that's probably sounds like that's the best way to do it, honestly. Again, not from personal experience, but from what I understand, that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, let's see. So this is interesting, and this is one of the problems with ever trying to assign the good or bad label to content is like, how do you rate it? Do you rate it by itself? Do you rate it in relation to other things? Is it a tie-in? Is it a spin-off? Is it a sequel? So it's like I was saying earlier about Loki. I love Loki by itself. I think it's a great TV show, but as a part of the Marvel universe, it basically, and without giving anything away, it moved the Marvel universe into the LOL nothing matters phase. Like, we can do anything and there are no consequences and nothing ever matters ever again. And also nothing matters that you spent a decade investing yourself into. So I hate it for that reason, but it's a great TV show. So yeah. So I guess my point being, Better Call Saul may be great as a standalone. It's just hard when it's sitting next to Breaking Bad to be like a work of staggering genius, right? All right. So we've got a few votes in now for Hulu. I expected there would be less for this just because, it's Hulu and people don't get as excited about it for whatever reason. So we'll let it go at 15 votes. Handmaid's Tale takes this one. Only Murders in the Building. That's interesting. I haven't started that one yet. If you guys tell me I should, then I think maybe I will, because I do love everybody in it. So, all right, that's very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on to HBO Max. Okay. By the way, before I do, I need to find another link. Oh, you know what? I think I do have a link somewhere. Hang on, let me find it. Oh, okay. I hope I'm allowed to share this. I think I'm allowed to share this. So, before we move on to HBO Max, I do have something coming up next week. I think it's September 27th, if I'm not mistaken. So, what's that, Monday? I believe Monday is National Ask a Stupid Question Day. And so we thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do for a live stream. So coming up is going to be Ask Me a Stupid Question About Streaming Day. So I'm going to send you this Google form right here. Let's pull it up. And yeah, you can see what that page looks like. When you click on that, you'll see this page, Ask a Stupid Question Day. Very simple. What stupid streaming question do you have? And that is the only required field. You can put your name. I'd love to get your name on there. But even if you don't use it, that's fine. What stupid streaming question do you have? And so, yeah, go ahead and throw them in there. It could be just about anything. But yeah, I'd love to get some... a lot of really great, really stupid streaming questions. So yeah, make sure you go check out that page. And send me a stupid question. Okay, so I'll give you a second to do that. Joe says Only Murders is great. Well, if Joe says Only Murders is great, that's all I need. So I will watch it. Okay, I've decided. So thanks for pushing me over the edge, Joe. All right. All right. So, yeah, go check that out. In the meantime, let's move on. We've got HBO Max coming up. Oh, my goodness. This should be a good one. Allow multiple choices. Okay. Share. Copy link. And let's see what you guys have to say. All right. Here comes another one. This one is for HBO Max. Click on that straw poll link. It should be in there in the chat now. Excuse me. And yeah, let's see what you guys think about HBO Max and who's coming out on top. So just as a review, let's see. It goes down to White Lotus. White Lotus, Succession, Flight Attendant, Mare of Easttown, Hacks, Godzilla, Mortal Kombat Made for Love, Justice League, Doom Patrol, and whatever the other one was that I missed. Scenes from a Marriage. Okay. Which I have not started yet. All right. So best originals and shows and movies. Oh, what? Yeah, mistyped that. Oh, well. Mare of Easttown. I'm glad to see Mare of Easttown is doing so well. Mare of Easttown is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I've heard a few people, Benjamin, saying that Doom Patrol is good. I haven't started it yet. But so basically that's DC Suicide Squad, right? Is that what I understand? Something similar to that. Okay. So let's see. We've got 12 of you voted. Let's see what the rest of you have to say. Mare of Easttown, Succession, Justice League. Justice League is another interesting one where by itself, it's like you can judge it. You can try to judge it one way by itself. But then if the question is, was Zack Snyder's Justice League better than the theatrical Justice League? It's like, oh yeah, this is amazing. This is such a good movie, because the original theatrical release was terrible. And I watched both. I watched the theatrical release the week before the Snyder cut came out, and it was night and day. It was really something to see. This one, okay, this is so interesting. 21 of you have voted, and we've got a much more well-distributed vote count. Nothing is really running away from this on this. I am a little bit shocked that none of you have not seen Made for Love. That may explain it. If you haven't seen Made for Love, I highly recommend it. If you liked Kristen Milioti in, oh gosh, what was the time loop movie that she was in? What's the name of the town in California? It's Palm Springs. Palm Springs. Doom Patrol, Don't Bother. Oh no. Suicide Squad is DC. Okay, Doom Patrol. Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I got off on a tangent there, but my point is, if you enjoyed Palm Springs, you should definitely check out Made for Love. It's not the same premise or anything, but she plays a similar kind of character in a very different situation, and it's super messed up. But in a more, it's like Black Mirror, but if Black Mirror was fun and good, it's like that. So yeah, you should check it out. Okay. Haven't heard of Made for Love. Yeah. HBO Max. It's got some great originals, as you guys are proving to me here with these results. So yeah, it looks like Mare of Easttown is the number one result here. Everybody should check it out. Godzilla versus Kong. It's interesting that got so high. Okay. All right. So let's do our next one. Disney Plus. All right, Disney Plus. Create the poll, copy the link, and check the results. All right. Disney Plus. Let's see. Come on. Come on, link. There's the link. It's coming somewhere. Disney Plus. It did it. Yes. Okay. It did go through. All right. So go ahead and click on that link. Let's see what you guys all think of these Disney Plus shows. All right. We're going to auto refresh the results. All right. The best original shows and movies of 2021 on Disney Plus. Even though The Mandalorian hasn't come out yet in 2021, it's highly anticipated for good reason. All right. And this is looking about like what I expected. Those who love the Clone Wars say that the late seasons of the Clone Wars, the Disney Plus seasons, are the best that they've ever done. But yeah, I don't think a ton of people are in that particular boat. That's a very a niche but devoted fan base for the Clone Wars. I am surprised that What If is getting as many votes as it is. I do not like it. So that one would remain unchecked for me. Let's see. That seems like a good order up top. The Mandalorian, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good spread for me up top. Falcon versus Winter Soldier was completely disappointing. It was boring. I just thought it was boring. Let's see. Not into Marvel, says Aaron. Okay, so Aaron's not into Marvel, and that's totally understandable. Yeah, Hawkeye isn't even out yet. We included it because we can talk about what we're most anticipating in 2021. But so yeah, that's okay that it's down at the bottom. It could shoot up to the top later this year. We'll see. All right. Basically, for me, what it came down to was The Mandalorian is pretty consistently fantastic. Loki started weak and ended really, really strong. WandaVision started really, really strong and ended weak. And The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was boring. And What If was bad. That's kind of where I come into on that one. All right. So with that... All right, pie tossing. That's enough. All right, we're here to have fun, but trolling gets a little bit weird. So, all right, Clone Wars was gold, says RC. Yeah, and that's a very appropriate. I don't know what the safety pin is about, but it's a great logo for somebody who's saying Clone Wars was gold. That's fantastic. All right. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good on Disney Plus, you guys. That's fantastic. Excellently voted. So because it lines up with my values, I feel like you are correct. All right, we got a couple more that we can do on this before we call it quits for today, this is lining up nicely on our timing. I've had somebody tell me that I need to do a marathon stream sometime. For a few reasons. They say it, you get more viewers. You can do a subathon with a marathon stream. Do like a 24-hour stream. I haven't had the guts to try it yet, but maybe someday I will. All right, let's do Apple TV Plus. Oh boy. Okay. We're going to do a straw poll now for... Oops. Oh, did it work? Yes, I think it worked. Okay. Aaron says a marathon stream sounds stressful. How it's a popular fun fact that the number one fear for most people, especially Americans, Aaron, I'm trying to remember if you're from the US or somebody who's from overseas. I can't remember if it was you, but for Americans, the number one fear is public speaking. And that's like, I just don't share that. This is my happy place. I could sit here all day. I don't, and I won't because I'm supposed to take my son camping tonight, so I won't. But you put me in front of a microphone and a camera, and I'm in my happy place. So all day stream doesn't sound so awful to me. All right, so Apple TV Plus. Let's see what we got. I'll refresh these results. Ted Lasso, obviously. I mean, how could it not? It's a perfect comedy. The only thing about Ted Lasso that isn't perfect is that you can't show it to somebody too young just because there's so much swearing. You got to be at least of a certain age, but no preteens or anything can watch it. Okay, but that's all right. It's really more about teaching adults how to be less like jerks, right? So, oh wow, this is a good spread. I see there are a couple of votes for Servant. Servant is kind of a dark horse for me. We've been through 2 seasons now, and we still don't know what the heck is going on that show, which is infuriating, but also kind of fun and kind of cool. So if you haven't tried Servant yet, it's an M. Night Shyamalan produced, but he didn't direct it. But it kind of has his creepy sensibility. It's not quite a horror show, but it's a creepy show. And I really like it. I need to get on watching Defending Jacob. But I really enjoy all three of these top ones. Foundation, I haven't started yet. I think that just came out like today or yesterday. Um, so I haven't watched that one yet, but I am planning to. I love For All Mankind. I haven't started Coda yet, but I plan to. Mythic Quest, absolutely fantastic. Schmigadoon, I did not really care for. Just that's not to say it's bad. It just wasn't my aesthetic. But yeah, let's see. 14 of you. I know we can get a couple more votes in there. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ted Lasso is getting old and boring already. Oh no! Nobody in outdoors. Oh, getting old and boring already. I disagreed. Season 2 is definitely not the same as season 1, and so I could understand if somebody didn't like it as much. But I like Snoopy. Hey, everybody likes Snoopy. Oh, I see what you were saying earlier. It's a pinned medal. Okay, all right. Oops. Let's see. The excessive swearing in Ted Lasso is unfortunate. It does create some great moments, honestly. Like I don't mind the swearing. I just can't, I can't recommend it to certain younger audiences. Austin said Apple. Hard disagree, Austin. I love Apple TV Plus. I actually don't. I when I signed up for Apple TV Plus, I didn't own a single Apple product. I do now. I have bought an iPad since, but that is my one and only Apple product. So I don't really care about Apple. I'm not an Apple fanboy, but man, they are knocking it out of the park with the content on Apple TV Plus. It's not that every show is my favorite. Um, I don't know, like Coda. It looks interesting. It looks well done, but it's not really up my alley. Same with Schmigadoon, but like I can recognize that they're well made, and that when those shows find their audience, they're fantastic. So yeah, I really like Apple TV Plus. Please watch Defending Jacob. Do yourself a favor. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Okay. An eye loser. I've never had that. Does that mean you don't use Apple or you use too much Apple? I don't understand. Yeah, this is my thing. So Matt, for $4.99 a month, yeah, Apple at $5 a month, the value that I'm getting from Apple TV Plus is greater than any of the other streaming services outside of HBO Max. I think that's fair to say. The question is, am I getting 3 times the value from HBO Max? I think I probably am. But those two are my current favorite streaming services, HBO Max and Apple TV Plus. What's funny about that is that HBO Max is like the everyman streaming service. It's got something for everybody, right? So it's moved into it's like the mass market streaming service. It's moved into the role that Netflix used to have, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, before the explosion of Netflix originals. Netflix was like, oh yeah, it's the one that everybody's got because everybody will find, the thing that everybody's talking about this week on Netflix. HBO Max fills that role now. And because they've moved into that role, Apple TV Plus, I feel like, is filling the premium show void, not void, but that role that HBO used to play 20 years ago. Apple TV Plus is playing now with really high quality premium content. Yeah. HBO Max is trash. Oh, hard pass on that one. No. Okay. All right. So let's see where we're at here. Ted Lasso, Morning Show, C, Defending Jacob, Mythic Quest. I'm glad we got a few Mythic Quest votes in there. That's fantastic. So, sorry, I'm getting distracted by having to police the comments a little bit. All right, let's go to our last one here. The last vote is going to be for Prime Video. Let's see what you guys got on this one. We're going to create that poll. Allow multiple. Oh, whoops. Yeah, there we go. And here comes the link. Okay, so go ahead and check that link out. We got Jack Ryan, Invincible, Bosch, The Boys, The Expanse, The Americans. So we are not putting on here. So somebody was mad at me for putting, not mad at me, but called me out for putting on Hawkeye. So on this one, we're not putting the upcoming shows, but between the Wheel of Time and the new Lord of the Rings show, there's a bunch of stuff upcoming. I think Lord of the Rings isn't scheduled until 2022, but we are getting the Wheel of Time in November this year, and I think it's going to. I think it's going to do well from everything I've heard and everything I've seen so far. That's one that I am following pretty closely because I'm a big Wheel of Time fan, and yeah, I'm hopeful that it'll be a fun adaptation. But for now, The Boys and Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan is caught up to The Boys. I thought it was going to be a runaway win for The Boys on this one, to be perfectly honest. I didn't think anything was going to touch it. The Boys, again, similar to Ted Lasso, except not. The Boys, you can hardly... it's tough to recommend. It's tough to, to your parents, to your siblings, depending on your friends, to your friends, it's tough to be like, oh yeah, you should definitely watch The Boys. Cause then somebody else will turn it on and they'll be like, what are you into? It's so violent. It's so harsh. But it's really, really well done. I think The Boys is really great TV. The Expanse. All right. We need a couple more votes in there. Let's see what you guys got. Okay. Yeah, Frayden knows what it's about. Craig is always right. It's true. It's true. All right. I feel like we got a pretty good vote count here. If we get one more of you pop in. Jack Ryan is for old people. Jack Ryan is for old people. You're for old people. Oh boy. Prime Video is my least favorite streaming service out of all these. Interesting. Okay. I understand that. I get it. They're the streaming service. They have the worst overall library. I think it would be fair for me to say. But their originals, when they do them, their originals are just as good as any others. So, I mean, within some margin of error, right? But their originals are really good. They just they don't have they have a crappy library, basically, is what it comes down to. Goliath, I did hear of Goliath, but yeah, we didn't get that one on the list before we started voting. So, let's see. Lord of the Rings will be my first dedicated Prime show I will watch. All right. You should definitely watch The Wheel of Time. As long as it's not as bad as Shannara. Did you guys ever watch Shannara on, first it was on MTV and then I think it moved to Spike. As a show, it was not awesome. But as an adaptation, it's one of the worst adaptations I've ever seen. So as long as The Wheel of Time and Lord of the Rings aren't as bad as Shannara, then I'm okay. I have seen into the pit of hell when it comes to bad fantasy adaptations. That one, what was the one like 10, 15 years ago? Aragon. That's right. They tried to make a movie out of Aragon. It was bad. Okay. All right. Amazon originals can be amazing. The Boys and The Expanse, amazing. Yeah. I think that's a pretty common thing. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I was just checking your guys' comments over. Wait, comments go over. Yeah, over there. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anything. Anyway, yeah, I think we're good for now. So what I will do is encourage you one more time. Hang on. I am going to pull up 2 pages here and just remind you, next week we are going to we're going to do Ask a Stupid Streaming Question Day. So for those of you who were not here when I was talking about that, Ask a Stupid Question Day is on, I think it's on Monday next week. Like, that's National Ask a Stupid Question Day, whatever that means. But if you go to this link that I'll post right here, you can ask me a stupid streaming question. And so I don't want you to troll. We're not looking for inappropriate or awful questions, but stupid questions. Why did HBO Max choose purple? Why doesn't Netflix, give me a shuffle button? I don't know, whatever. I mean, they do have a general shuffle button, but whatever. Any stupid streaming question you have, you just put it in the box here, and then put your name if you want to. You don't have to, but that's it. This isn't like an email collection thing or whatever. Like, all you have to do is ask me a stupid question. So pop in there, do that. And then also don't forget to go to reviews.org/giveaways. Yeah, giveaways with an S. Let's I'll just write it down here. Reviews.org/giveaways, and you can enter for next week's giveaway. So this will start today, and I think you've got till the end of the night on Thursday to enter for this one, for the Casa smart light bulbs. So a 4-pack multicolor smart light bulbs, fantastic. I really like that prize package. So go check that one out. So this is a great question from William. Will I research the answers before the live stream? No, I don't get to see the list. This is going to someone else at reviews.org. It's the person who's running our social stuff, the person who runs our Twitter, Instagram, etc., Facebook. I can't remember if we're doing Instagram. Seems like we are. But the person who's running that is going to hoard all these answers. I won't get to see them. I might get to see them, like 10 minutes before I go live. But it's not like I get to, do a bunch of research or whatever. But yeah, we'll have somebody going through and making sure we take out the the trollish ones. But yeah, let's see. Hey, let's cool it on making fun of each other's choices. Somebody chooses some device to watch stuff on, and that's fine. Everybody's got their favorite stuff. You've got your favorites. They've got their favorites. So yeah, I'd like to cool it with the trash talk in the chat, if you please. One thing that I am personally really invested in is always creating more fun spaces online. We get enough trash talk and garbage everywhere else. And I know it's some might say it's a lost cause in YouTube comments, but you know what? We can create our own fun little corner here, right? We don't need to trash talk here. So, all right. Yes, let's stump Craig, says Aaron. Yep, absolutely. And with that, go ahead and cast your votes for next week. I'll be here same time next week, taking your stupid questions. I'm really looking forward to what you guys figure out for that one. And if you need that link, just scroll up in the chat and I will call it for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.